Zach Moss.
And I'm AJ Finney.
And this is
Hippie?
Not Hippie.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 42?
41.
41 of Hippie? Not Hippie.
Yeah.
In the studio today, the one and only Ben Bryant, everybody.
I'm already playing with the effects.
Yeah. You know Ben Bryant is the aren't you like a gold medal judo champion?
I am a state level silver medalist for under 200 men.
You know.
Wait, you
Ben,
were under 200 men.
Yeah.
That's a lot of men to be.
That's
on.
a lot of men.
Yeah.
Man.
You got to fight, suck, or
And
fuck your way out. But there's a guy who's better, so I only got silver.
I'm not saying.
He sucked and fucked 201 men.
You were one away.
I was one away.
And that was you. He sucked and fucked you.
Well, the problem is I went before him. So, like, if I'd gone after, I would have just been like,
yeah.
okay, I just need to suck 202 men.
Yeah.
So it's politics as
Yeah,
always.
you could have done it.
You want to go last in that situation. You're like, I'm going to need a Red Bull and a 5-hour energy. I'm going to win this.
No, they're gonna need a 5-hour energy because I'm going back for seconds. You know what I mean?
You're gonna have to find more people. I did like in one of the weird like Playboys or something that one of my buddies had when we were a kid. There was an article in there about this woman that set like the Guinness record for fucking the most people.
What was it? What were her numbers
I think it was like 500 some.
in her
Wow.
whole life or at 24
No.
hours?
Just
Like-
lined up and going.
Just lined up, and yeah. So there's this, and the dudes like they're not waiting in line.
What?
Like
It's just a mosh pit.
Well, they're not-
It's a drum circle.
no, they're
All right, next.
they are waiting in line, but they're not clothed. So
Sure.
like
So it's just a bunch of naked dudes.
So it's just like so she's in the middle of the room and there's in a bed and there's just like
Hiding.
there's a like a 55-gallon drum of lube next to her.
Sure.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and with a fire hose. And then then
That was
out
only
from
one of
that-
the men.
Out from
No.
that just spirals a line of 500 naked men.
Oh,
Just
man.
like-
Sacred geometry when you get a bird's eye view.
What? Yeah, fractals of cock. What? Okay, well, what qualifies as a set? Just an in and out, and then they're like, okay, get the fuck out. Move
Do you have
on.
to finish?
There's no way. There's no way you'd have enough time. Even with
Wait, it's in 24 hours, right?
So I don't know if there was a time limit. I think they just like
It was
went
just-
until, but no,
Till the last fell. God,
I
how
felt
bad does it
like-
feel to be the last guy? In that situation, honestly, let's just for a second. Do you want to be the first guy? Or do you want to be the last guy?
the worst
first, because
part.
also then you have a shorter like day on set.
That's.
You know.
Yeah, I mean when
But
you're
are you
talking about
making
it being the
union
worst,
wages?
I don't care about how many other dicks have been in there. I'm like, fuck, I won't wait in a line if there's 10 people in it.
Well, but I mean, for a world record, though.
But there's 499.
That's so long to wait in line.
God, you never think she was like 49, 500?
This was
dicks?
before cell phones
Dicks.
too.
Yeah, do you think she fell asleep counting all those dicks, like counting sheep? She was just like, oh, okay,
Out of-
200,
also,
201,
like-
202.
How many self-conscious dudes afterwards came back around the second time and was like, so how was mine?
So on a scale from 1 to 500,
I'm more
Dude,
worried
do you
what if-
remember me?
What if they were just slowly like, all right, we're going to line you up by size. So when you're the first, you're like, I'm kind of glad I'm getting it over, but I also know, so the little guy.
Do you think there's
Wow.
anyone who came back with a disguise on, like way people would try for like free samples? Who's just like, oh,
It's like Sam's Club, and you're like, hey, buddy, I'm a pirate.
I actually have an interesting sort of anecdote about the economics of cock size. So, I don't know how many bathhouses you guys have ever been in, but there's one here in Denver. It's actually right by the Alamo.
Oh,
It's,
we've talked bathhouse on this pod. Alec Flynn's a big bathhouse boy.
He's a big German
Well,
bathhouse.
yeah, because he gets
likes the Russian ones.
unfathomable attention, I'm sure. Well, that's the one I went to is Lake Steam Baths, and like
Wait, okay, now can you explain this to me? Like, I went
Yeah.
to a private bath at a hot springs, but this is
Yeah.
different than a bathhouse.
Yeah, bathhouse is just like a dedicated building. Like, you know when you go to like a rec center and
Yeah.
they have like a spa room and like a shower and stuff. Imagine if just that's all it was and there wasn't like an attached other bullshit. So, but normally like a bathhouse also have like hotter stuff, or like they'll have like a steam room, and then they'll have like a dry heat room, and then some other stuff, and a hot tub. So it's just like fully about just heat, steam, all that sort of stuff.
I read something recently where they did a study, and apparently like steaming for 20, or like doing a dry sauna for 20 minutes 4 days a week, like dramatically decreases your risk of like dying of a heart attack and cancer and shit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. I liked the bathhouse. That's why I went. I got after I
To
went.
sweat out cancer.
I got a little portable one for my room.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can get. I mean, it's basically like a bag.
Like a humidifier?
Essentially, it's like a large humidifier attached to a bag,
Okay.
and it works like fine. It takes a long time, but like a proper steam room is like cool.
Yeah.
So I went there, and on the website, so it was just like, oh, we're rushing.
I don't want to go back. I'm massively confused about this
Yes.
portable one.
Yes.
So when you say it's a bag, you put the bag on you?
You
It
put a
is-
bag over your head.
Well, that's why I'm getting confused.
Yeah,
That's the vision I have.
You get
I
a
have
grocery
a-
bag, and you put it here until it's
Just
hard to
squeeze
breathe. and
until
then
you come.
Yeah.
Well, and then you squirt a water bottle in there.
And yeah.
Are you serious
waterboarding.
about the thing on your face?
No. So it's it's like maybe 5 feet tall.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a canvasy box, like a very small phone booth
Oh, okay.
that just has canvas material on it.
And then it steams up.
and it steams up via the provided
All right.
tiny humidifier.
So it's
through
kind of
How
like a
much is
tiny
it?
little porta potty.
Yeah, but you can't shit in it.
How
Okay.
much?
You-
how
That's
much
not you
is
can't
it?
shit in it. I was like $200 on Amazon. It's worth it. Like actually, this room would be great for it if you wanted one.
Yeah, because it's already hot as fuck in here.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, during winter, dude, it'd be paradise.
Anyway, sorry.
So I'm looking in there because I wanted to go to Hot Spring. They're 3 hours away. To me, I was like, okay, going to this bathhouse, that's a good compromise. I'm looking on the website, and they're just like, we're rushing. We're just rushing. That's all
Oh,
we
this
are.
is the same bathhouse.
Same bathhouse. That's all we are. We're just rushing. And then you go there. It's like a gay cruising spot, which is fine, but they should warn a little. They should be like,
That's all I ever knew
come on.
bathhouses to be.
Well, apparently I'm the fucking idiot for not
We're not cruising for
for
cock?
not assuming the bathhouse was for gay sex, and it is.
Wait, what? Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Because
So if you're steaming and two people are... Like, is that just happening?
well, okay. So first I got like approached by this older guy, and it was like clearly wanted, and I was just like, okay, no. And I'm wandering around there, and I'm like sweating and getting
Yeah.
like fucking
How old was he?
dehydrated. How old is this guy? Oh God, well over 60.
He was looking for-
Was he hot?
No.
He was looking for the gold medalist, and you were like, I'm silver.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
appreciate his confidence, though.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Did
it's
he have a
also-
nice penis?
No, but so I'm walking in their place, you know, like I'm crashing their open mic,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so like I'm not trying to be like, whoa, dude. My anger is
Yeah.
just like websites should be like, and also we welcome all types, so it's like, all right, got it.
Some sort of little, like, wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which also I understand why they can't do that for like regulation and shit.
Yeah.
But there's this guy. So if you're ever like weird about going into a bathhouse, because you can wear swim attire, but
Okay.
but you should conventionally be naked. And
What do you
it's
mean you should be? Like everyone else?
Just socially, yeah.
Do they look at you odd if you're, like,
A
wearing
little.
something?
It's like being
Okay.
in a nude beach with trunks on.
Yeah, because you're, like, looking around.
Well,
Yeah.
you wrap a towel around you, though, right?
They give you a tiny towel that you're mostly supposed to use to just like set under your ass so that you're not just, like
Gotcha.
swearing ass or like getting ass
I like-
sweat, sharing
Well,
ass sweat.
that's the rule of the nudist community too. Is that you don't forget to bring a towel.
Yeah, and it's very reasonable. But
They call the thing. The reason they say you need a towel is because of snail trails, is what they call it.
I do like the idea of someone, they hand you a little towel and you go, oh, that's not going to be enough. And then the guy behind the desk goes, I like you.
So we're in there, and everyone in there has got a below average penis, which it's like it's
That's
also hot
great.
as fuck. So
That's
there's
great.
no excuse, and it's like a very nice like communal thing. But anyway, so I'm there for a while, and this guy walks in with a shower, like a shower ass
Look at this
shower,
fucking guy.
and just everyone's attention just goes to it.
Like he got it a little chubbed before he walked in.
Or you just go, this guy's just like,
I think he was just gifted. I think he was
Yeah.
just a gifted athlete. Just
you
gold,
can
gold medal
tell.
limp dick.
Because when you talk to him, you go, hey, man. He's like, hey, what's going on? How are you?
Well, you can just tell because he's bald.
He was that very like classic like tall like hunched over like skinny white guy where it's just like, all right, you just got
Yeah.
that hammer on you. And he'd been there maybe 5 minutes, and then I walk in and like because the rooms are kind of sectioned off, I walk in, he's immediately getting blown.
Oh, wow.
Immediately getting blown. These other guys, you know, they're like trolling for they have to talk. not this guy. He's playing by different economic rules.
Oh, Horsecock Henry didn't have to worry
He's
about any.
peacock- Yeah, and it was just like, oh, what a
I
lesson
love the
there.
idea of
also,
calling it peacocking, like literally.
Also, interestingly, from shower, not much of a grower though.
Yeah.
So if you're if this was a shower, when you grow, you just maybe do this.
Pretty much.
But
Or
like
at least this guy.
okay, but
I
then
don't-
other people are kind of like this, and then they flower.
Yeah, I have to elephant trunk
Yeah.
it. And I also grow fingers.
Hell, don't go.
So, there's a lot of lessons there about
You know, if you
economics, I
write
assume.
grower, not a shower down, like if you're trying to, it looks like grower, not a shower.
Well, grower, not a shower is what I put for my bio whenever I'm applying for a weed grow. It's important that they know I got a little weird dick.
No, that was actually, I had cards that said that.
Grower, not shower.
Well, when I was at the relief center when I had the weed business.
Oh, gotcha.
Pretty good. It's a pretty good bit, especially back then. People have been like, this guy's
Well, and
this
that's
guy's
when we
onto
realized, though,
something.
that it looks like grower, not a shower.
Yeah.
It's
I s-
classic tomato.
We were out paddleboarding today, and my friend Helen and Marciana, we were all paddling. I don't know how we got in the conversation, but they were talking about like hog size and troughs. And she goes, "Well, it's a spoken rule. You don't look, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to look."
You mean
but
at
here's-
a game,
at like
a
a
sports
game? Or,
game. I thought you meant actual pigs.
No,
in
no,
a
no, yeah.
trough, like
At
and
the-
how you feed
yeah.
them. Go
Yeah,
on.
yeah, it's proper etiquette to not go around checking the hog dicks when you're feeding them.
That's how you check if they're kosher.
Yeah.
Is if they're circumcised. That's what it
Look
means.
at this little cork tail. But I told her, I was like, yeah, for the most part, everyone kind of keeps an eye here. But there's always like one big hog guy that always comes in too confident, and he's just waving it around. It's like, dude, come on.
The rule is to not check with your eyes, but to check with your mouth. That's
Oh,
I've
that's
learned.
what it is. Okay. Then I've been doing the feel test.
Yeah, like when you're at a haunted house as a kid, and you're like, is that brains? Or it's just spaghetti.
I tried to write this joke after being in Oregon, because in Oregon you can't pump your own gas, and so it was a guy that went there and had an awkward situation, but he's visiting someone like family or something. He's like, yeah, first time I've been to Oregon. It's weird you can't pump your own gas, right? They're like, yeah, people aren't used to it. He goes, even weirder. I'd gone to a restroom at a restaurant, and there's a gentleman there who unzipped and took my piece out. I was like, it's weird that you guys are so, and they go, we don't do that. And he goes, oh, I'd like to go home now.
That's great. That's great. Why do they not let you do that? Why do they not let you pump gas in Oregon?
You can pump your own gas in Oregon if you're willing to fight.
So, weird thing I was told in Salem, they are looking to overturn that, but I think it's just jobs.
Well, of course, Salem with all their witch bullshit
Right.
wants to fuck up the natural order.
Well, I feel like that is a good way to kind of like make the oil industry pay a little more money. Like, is gas more expensive there?
I don't think that the oil industry necessarily minds the idea of having more slaves. Like people in a servant position. I think they're like, yeah, how do we get more of that, actually?
I will say, if you're not used to it, it is bizarre.
Yeah.
Like, one time, God, where were we? I think it was Billy Wayne Davis and Matt Davis and I were all in San Francisco, and we were
And you're
going
like,
up to Oregon.
man, I can't believe my name's not Davis.
But we had gotten up to Medford, and I stopped to get gas, and I went to pump my own, and an old guy was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I was like, whoa, what's happening?
Drop it! Drop
Yeah,
it!
Right.
Yeah.
It's just so strange.
Yeah, he's pointing his penis at you.
Yeah. Whoa! I remember you from the ball game.
Yeah, you know, Oregon.
How funny our paths should cross this way.
Yeah.
Oregon is a weird fucking place. I do enjoy it. It's a special kind of green.
Dude, I think, have you
You
been
mean
to,
like
They do have really good weed in Oregon, but I think just like the humidity creates like the flora.
It's
It's
the-
very green.
What if I
Yeah.
just do this the whole rest
it's
of the
the,
podcast?
you just
Suck a tiny dick.
suck a
What
tiny
I-
dick. The,
Yeah, this is last call at the
Yeah.
sauna. This
anybody looking to, Oregon's wonderful because they have the old growth forest. And so also it's,
Yeah,
I
one of the
didn't-
times that old growth is a good thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's just,
because like when you're in the sauna, old growth.
yeah.
Yeah, what is the deal with old men having just such
Long balls?
weathered, meaty, the whole thing, the whole genitals? It's all.
Well,
it's
how
just-
long have you just been pulling on it aggressive?
Yeah, there is a lot of yanking that goes on.
probably shouldn't have fucked that sofa in '83.
got caught on a staple
Yeah.
and double circumcised myself.
That's how I got bed bugs.
Bed bug balls. We'll send it to the writers' room.
Yeah.
We'll get it. We'll get it in post.
But
Yeah, it is beautiful, especially the coast of Oregon.
Go on.
Yeah.
yeah, you were just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also weird. I thought the first time I went to Portland, the thing I thought was weird was how part of the culture strip clubs were there.
they're like part of the old art or the arts scene.
Well, just in general, like Portland has more strip clubs per capita, I think, than like anywhere in the U.S.
More than Atlanta?
I think so.
Wow.
Dude,
Wait, are they? It's like, are they pop shops or they're full like drink and bush?
They're like drink, and a lot of them are full. I think they're all full nude, but like.
dude,
It's not just like it's not like you're going to the strip club to go to the strip club. It's like you're going to the strip club
Like it's a
to
family.
To finish your term paper?
to do karaoke.
It's a family
You know?
event. People dress up the way they used to for church and airplanes.
Yeah, they do a
What the fuck?
stripperoke, which is you have a box that you stand in so that you don't get kicked in the face while they're spinning around on the pole.
Smart.
Dude, so wait a minute. So the stripper isn't even the main attraction?
I
Well,
mean,
for the audience, the stripper is, but for the person doing karaoke,
What a
the
fantastic
karaoke-
way to work on your vocal skills. You're like, no
Yeah.
one's really paying attention to me.
Yeah.
Unless you're fucking up the song that the women have to dance to. Now that would be
Also,
hold on loosely.
that
but
feels
don't-
to me that feels so much more degrading than just stripping, because then you also have to act like somebody's not bad at karaoke.
Yeah.
But I bet when somebody's rocking it at karaoke, then you're like, this fucking rules.
Yeah.
Like as
They're
a
just singing
stripper.
it bad and they just let go and just take a fucking header.
I didn't even think about it.
Cinnamon killed herself. We got another one. Guys,
This is the last time you sing hold on loosely but don't let go.
We had another harakiri here on the. Go ahead and bring the clamp crew.
I was singing like my regular staple karaoke songs when I went there. And
Oh, so you went and
didn't
did
really-
it.
Oh yeah. Devil's Point. It
Did
was-
you politely every
I've
time?
been multiple times.
Every time you like almost saw a girl's boobs, did you go like, oh,
Oh,
sorry.
God, sorry.
But
I didn't mean I didn't know it was in the ladies' locker room. I was looking for the German one.
so
Ma'am, sir, your dick's way weird
My-
up here.
Sir, are you okay?
my first song I sing is Usher's "Nice and Slow." Very great song.
Yeah.
To do at stripperoke.
Yes.
Okay.
You know.
How does that go?
I just want to take it nice and slow.
Yeah, okay.
See, I've been waiting for this for so long.
We're gonna get
We'll be
copyright strike.
making low. All right, yeah. But as soon as Ben said that, I was like, yeah, this isn't Patreon. But no, so that went great. After that, I did the other song I'd been doing, which was REM's "Losing My Religion."
Okay.
Yeah.
That also fits. That's fitting.
You can dance to that. If you got like one of the goth strippers for that,
but
you'd be their fucking best friend.
I like the
so
idea
I
of it.
took. So they're all, it's Portland. they're all goth strippers.
But yeah, you would have been the king of the strip club.
Oh, God, but then there's that one guy that you make eye contact when you're going, that's me in the corner.
That was it. That was the weirdest part. Because I go, that's me in the corner, and I look over, and there's the guy that came alone to stripperoke
he's like,
that's sitting there, you know, that's been just like singing Nickelback songs all night long.
That's me in the corner, my hands in my pocket, and I'm about to lose my right to be in the strip club.
So yeah, but
That's
no,
me being thrown out.
yeah, but it's just
I
like
had a hat.
yeah, it's like you're like. They're like, yeah, let's go. This is my favorite brunch spot, you know, and you like go there for brunch, and then you like sit at a table, and a dancer comes out, and you're like, this is, and they're like, oh, the food's amazing. You're like,
Is it actually? Did you
yeah,
try?
I mean, no,
Yeah.
there's a lot of places like that where it's like you just go to.
When will the Michelin Guide finally recognize the strip clubs, and that maybe you can get better food at a titty bar than you can at some dickhead place in San
Michelin
Francisco?
pasties.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, one time we were there, and I didn't go in, but there was a strip club that also had a buffet. And it was like all the stroganoff you could eat. And I was like, that's got to be such a terrible combination.
I mean, I don't know how you'd sit there, not even full on stroganoff, just having it in your system and trying to circulate enough blood and will into your
Yeah.
dick to get half hard.
I also
There's no way I
I
could.
do like the idea of a woman coming by to a guy who just loves stroganoff, and he's just like, "Hey, honey, you want to just get the fuck away from me? I'm trying to eat my stroganoff."
Okay, as we're talking about it, I realize the joke is that it's stroking off.
Stroking off. Oh,
So they have joke food.
Jesus, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I just thought about
I didn't either until you said it a
beef
few times.
stroganoff
Yeah.
and mushroom cream soup, and I was like, I can't do
No,
that.
there's some stroganoff in the steam room too.
a bunch of loose noodles.
But the Paper Tiger, that like really like
a
shitty
famous
strip
place,
club
right?
down on. Well, it's on. They had one here in Denver on Santa Fe. It's like I drove by there the other day. It is burnt to the ground. It's like this. It's burnt out. But
But it is a famous name, right?
Yeah, I feel that's it means something like
Like a
what's
tiger made out of paper.
Oh yeah, like an origami tiger.
I don't know, but
Which is that slang for women.
so they served Swedish meatballs there, and like I went there once as a joke.
Sponsored by IKEA, this strip club.
And my buddy ordered some Swedish meatballs, and I tried one, and
Good.
it's not bad.
Yeah?
It wasn't
Okay.
bad. It was
Okay.
way better than you would expect. And then this woman came and sat down next to me and goes, "You ever been here before?" And I was like, "No." And she goes, "I'm about to take you in the back and pop your fucking cherry." And I was like,
Oh, no.
"Whoa!"
Uh,
Because
she-
all I could smell when she sat down was like she had shit her pants. and I was like, "I'm actually." I was like, we're just eating and leaving.
Should I have not have ordered the meatballs?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm gay, and this was the only place open around. So
Yeah.
I thought they were real balls.
Yeah, that place was interesting, but fun. Well, maybe we should start learning a little bit more about Ben's
No.
hippiness.
No, we're just gonna talk
Ben.
cocks, tits, and food. That's all I know, dude. That's all I know. It's all I am. That's all we
Yeah.
really are.
Where
at the end of the
were
day.
you born?
Coxylvania.
Coxylvania.
I want to suck your cock. Okay, come on.
No, you're a native, right?
Native Coxylvania. Yes. Colorado native. I grew up in the suburbs in Thornton, Colorado,
Whoa.
which is a place that should have a strip club, just so that the people there
Okay.
have some bit of hope.
What
It is
about-
not.
They used
What
to.
about
It was called,
Dream
like,
House?
Platinum, I think, or something.
Oh,
Platinum
what?
88 or something.
I never even heard of
Right
this.
off of Washington. What
It's
about that
right by-
Dream House
yeah.
or Dream Girls? Right next to Jazz.
He lives right by one. I
Dude,
think.
so everyone has told me that go in there. It's not a strip club. It's a brothel.
Oh.
And they are open 24 hours a day.
I mean, the line blurs, right, in a strip club, because like implicitly there's also at minimum the fantasy, if not the action, of like a stripper goes in the back room with you and then you
Yeah.
negotiate a price,
Right.
Like that's the implicit.
This looks like a disheveled, like it looks like a crack den.
Oh wait, oh my God, is this the place that's like right across from the video game store Level 7?
Oh.
Kind of off of the highway on like 84th.
It might be
This is off of Washington.
in 84th.
Oh my God,
No,
I know
84th would be
Or is it
further
88?
down.
it'd be
but-
to the west. It's very
Nope,
slightly to
nope,
the west.
You're in
Okay.
a different area. So
There's like that Taco Bell there and that Taco Star.
There's a
and-
Taco Bell
So
near
that's on-
every strip
that's on
club. It's
84th.
legally mandated. Like how you can't be 50 feet with the liquor store and kids. It's the same thing. You have to have a Taco Bell near a strip club. It's just
Yeah.
part of it's the law.
I do like the idea of going into a strip club that looks weird, and then you're like, I heard this was something different. And they're like, pull the book. And they're like, I'm not gonna pull the book. And then you pull the book, and the old Scooby Doo door turns, and you're like, holy shit, these women fuck.
Whoa. Okay, so all right, I got distracted. got distracted just trying to nail down what this brothel
what,
is.
AJ? That was a weird tangent.
No, I always love a Scooby Doo riff. I'm not saying that. I just want to hear about this brothel more.
Oh yeah, so I don't know. I did Jad's, and I was like, what's up with that strip club? Because I've never had the courage to actually walk into it because it's so scary. And he goes, oh yeah, I think that's a brothel that's literally disguised as a really shitty strip club.
Damn. Yeah, I've actually never been in a strip club. You know what I heard was
Wait,
a brothel?
ever?
Ever. You can't if you're a child predator. They don't let you.
There's a great one in Kansas City. Well, near Kansas City. Lawrence, I was going to take Zach once called The Outhouse. Used to be a punk rock bar, and it's in the middle of nowhere. It's outside of Lawrence County.
Why
so
did they keep it the outhouse?
They just kept it that way. It's in the middle of a cornfield.
I mean, you can't lose that kind of branding.
Yeah. But I mean, Nirvana played there.
Oh my God.
Social Distortion.
yeah, we went to one in Portland where Courtney Love was supposedly where Kurt Cobain met Courtney Love
Wow.
or whatever.
Cursed.
And like that strip club, you had to go Like the jukebox was on the stage, and the strippers would go plug money into the jukebox.
So that's how the outhouse is.
They
They-
make the strippers pay for their own music.
X
Yeah.
amount to
Oh my
get
God.
in.
Well, and like that, the guys like I watched her pay one time, and then the next time a guy was like, "Here's a few bucks for the jukebox."
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they came at the outhouse. They would come around. Now, I haven't been in there in like 20 years, but they would come around with a bucket. Like a comedy show where they're like, "Come on, tip."
Yeah.
They come around every hour on the hour and try to get a dollar for the jukebox money for the strippers. And I've always wondered if they didn't get any money, they're just like, "You still got to dance to nothing." You're just up there going,
Oh no, I love it because then it's high art.
Right.
Then you get a government grant.
But yeah, it would stay open until 4 a.m. Damn. BYOB.
Everywhere else closing at 2, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they don't serve alcohol, so they can stay open later. BYOB, you can just bring a cooler in.
I've heard
And I
about
mean,
this BYOB shit. I've never been really in a place though where I've been in restaurants where you can bring your own wine or whatever.
So it's,
Oh, dude, we brought coolers in like it was a fucking
yeah,
barbecue.
these bars where you can bring your own cooler. I'm like, that sounds like out of control.
So
Oh, it is.
BYOB is a song by Outkast. Okay, sorry.
Born in Thornton.
Yeah, and that's the kind of stupid shit you say out loud when you're born in Thornton. You don't get normal brain chemistry. You get there's not enough nutrition in
But
the
you
air.
were you're an athlete. You were an athlete. You are an athlete.
It really depends
Enjoy the sports?
on your
Tennis boy.
Your definition of athlete, depending on how much you
He's a
predicate
ball
that
boy.
on success. Yeah, real ball boy. Not,
Have you
not
had-
a show,
have
not
you
a
had
I'm a
that-
ball guy.
Have you had that title before? Have you been the ball guy? The ball
No,
boy?
you got to be near like a major tournament and like a young kid to do that stuff. For
Okay, I didn't
tennis
know if maybe on
specifically.
your way getting involved though, if you were like, oh, he started, like
No,
a lot
not
of
in
tennis
Colorado.
players are they like he started as a ball boy, or is it like no, he started with a rich family and the ball boy was the servant.
But the ball boy at like Wembley is going to be pretty high tier, right? Even though you're just a ball boy, but you're at Wembley.
So even that they're just like volunteer kids. They're just like local kids, and sometimes there are like juniors
pay
who are
'em?
no. And
Volunteer.
sometimes they're like juniors who are like really good, but they're still also just like kids. Because also, you get to see fucking high level pros playing from fucking 8 feet away.
Yeah.
So that's why you do it. 'Cause it's cool as shit. It would be like trying to think. It wouldn't be like being an opener for a headliner, but
Well,
it
they
would,
have ball boys in the or ball people in the ball persons
Ball persons.
in Coors.
in
Baseball has them.
Do we gotta get? We gotta
but
get
but
that.
that's like pro sport. There's no like pro tennis out in Colorado because the ball flies all shitty because it's high altitude.
Oh wow.
So it's like it would be like a major adjustment for
The
somebody
ball
to play
flies shitty here.
because the density of the ball and the
Heard
air
the
density.
balls fly shitty in the bathhouse every once in a while.
Well, if it's an older gentleman, but you find a spry young man, he's got them tight. He's got them B-cup balls. Something really
BBs.
riding up against the gooch.
So, because of tennis, this is a weird question, but would you go Andre Agassi or Johnny McEnroe?
I like Agassi a lot more. He's like more interesting and tortured. He wrote like a book about how he's just like, yeah, I did math and hated tennis. And that's pretty,
Really?
Yeah, it's a good read.
So I don't know anything about Agassi. I knew it was
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah,
I mean, in the '90s, he was like doing commercials and stuff.
Yeah, he was very much a proper celebrity for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
we're still talking about him. But yeah, he like hates the sport because his dad like forced him to do it, like the Tiger Woods thing, but like way worse. Andre
Okay.
hated it like a lot, and he just like grew up fucking hating it and hating his life. And he,
Gotcha.
through many years, eventually was like, all right, this is fine. Like I'm good at this. This is my career. This is fine.
So he just stayed in. But then McEnroe's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, but also he's like a lunatic by like 70s tennis standards. Like
What do you mean?
Like he'll just like throw fits and be like, that's a bad call. Fuck you. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? You made a bad call. And it's like
I don't know why.
I've seen way worse breakdowns at open mics.
Yeah.
Like if McEnroe was like pulled out a gun and he's like, get me the ref, and I'd be like, all right, this guy means it. But
Gotcha.
like, no, there's a guy on tour right now, Alexander Zverev, who like beats his girlfriend. Johnny Mac never did that.
Dude, wait. If he wins or loses, like he does that at
If he
during
wins,
halftime,
it's for
Is
good
there-
luck. It's, I guess, is he collects her teeth and puts it on a necklace. He's a German guy, and they just don't feel empathy, I guess. But I mean, McEnroe like is a little funnier than Agassi. Like he's great in 7 Days of Hell.
Oh,
the
yeah,
HBO
yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
which is probably one of the best pieces of tennis like media.
Oh,
It's
that
just
was
funny.
great.
It's
I've
really
never.
fucking funny.
I don't know what that is.
It's a movie with Kit Harington and Andy Samberg on HBO. It's like 37 minutes. So it's kind of like a special almost. It's just this like one-off thing they did, and they got like the Williams sisters, and the joke of it is it's the longest tennis match ever played at Wimbledon, and Andy Samberg is playing the lost Williams brother. So there's Serena and Venus, and then Andy Samberg's character, and then he's playing up against like Kit Harington, who plays just like a regular tennis player.
It's really funny, and Samberg's kind of like just a party maniac.
Yeah. Which he's a little bit of a throw to Agassi, actually,
Okay.
because Agassi was like doing meth and like married Brooke Shield, like did coke and all this shit. So
Which Williams do you like more?
I think they're both fine. Like I don't particularly have much of like because for a while like Serena was really like kind of talking shit and like she was not like great to Osaka or like during the 2015 U.S. Open. I didn't like her then, but then there was like so much backlash from like racists and losers where it's like, okay, well now I have to support Serena because you're a fucking dork about it. People think she's like the greatest of all time, which it's like that's fine for a narrative, and like I think that's good to like build up like modern athletes like that. I don't think the numbers line up with that. There's a lady named I think it's Esther Verger, who is like a wheelchair player who was undefeated for like 11 years, and I think she's like the greatest athlete.
Wait, so tennis player in a wheelchair. Is it a specialized chair?
It is, but it's also wheelchair tennis, so they play with 2 bounces.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they like mess it up a little bit. Or not mess it up, they modify it. And yeah, she's just undefeated for 11 years, which you don't see that in any sport. And people just ignore it because it's like, one, she's a woman, 2, she's disabled. And it's like, no, that's what fucking athletics should be about. But people ignore it because it's not like, sexy or interesting or
because I feel
polarizing.
Like, well, and also I feel like with sports, much like movies or anything, I feel like what we all want to do is we kind of want to live vicariously through them. We want to feel what it's like to be the winner of the game.
Yeah.
And so maybe when there's a disability or something like that, you can't put yourself in that position.
Which sucks, because you're completely right. But if anything, there should be a more empathetic take. You should be like, oh, no, really, like, people can do this no matter what their obstacles are. And obviously she's disabled and an exceptional athlete, but I don't know. I just think it just speaks to the greatness of human potential and of sport. And but it's just not like a sexy selling point. There's like a real problem with like disability as it's like represented in media is it's always just disability porn. It's never like they're never people like in any way. Like Peanut Butter Falcon, you guys know this movie?
Yeah.
So solid movie, but like all this stuff was made of it like when it came out. It's like they have an actor with Down syndrome. That's incredible. Coming this summer. And he's just like he's denied agency throughout the entire film. And there's just like this part in it where he just like gets separated from the main group, and then they find him at a lake, and there are kids throwing rocks at him, calling him the R word.
Okay.
And it's just like, this isn't real. This is Frankenstein. You're doing Frankenstein to this kid.
Right.
You have full control of this narrative. Why are you painting him as disability porn? Why can't this just be a fun fucking kid who loves wrestling and loves to laugh? Why does it have to be this sad, inspirational thing? I think it's dehumanizing when you do that shit. The Ringer. I always talk about this. I love The Ringer with Knoxville and the Special Olympics thing.
Yeah.
Because he was like friends with those people. And they're like, get the better of him. And they're like funny.
Dude.
And they're actually acting in that fucking movie.
Yeah. Well, and that's the best part about that movie is when the people that are looked at with disabilities just start wrecking him.
Yeah.
And he's the butt of the joke. That's the best part.
It's a great. I think Roger Ebert gave it like 3 or 3.5 stars. I think it holds up. I think it's like, I don't know. People talk about like diversity, inclusion, and stuff, and it's like, no, that's inclusion.
Yeah.
It's like treat people like people. It doesn't. You don't have to elevate them or bring them down, but like you can give them the agency to be funny or interesting instead of just.
Yeah.
Oh.
I watched an interview with a woman who she was born without a hand, but she's a. Did you do that because she's a woman, or sorry?
How's she gonna cook? She's gonna have to get some sort of spatula hook.
It's for stirring the stroganoff.
Yeah, she's actually a savant because she has no fingers to get in the way, so she can really stir.
But she's a professional rock climber, and that's what she said. She was like, I don't want to be seen as a good climber for having a disability, or I don't want to be seen as a one-armed or a one-handed climber. I want to be known as a good climber.
Yeah.
She goes, there are things that I have more difficulty with, like when it comes to certain stretches, I don't have that additional length.
Sure.
And she goes, but sometimes I can cram this nub in things, and it gives me a benefit.
There was actually like related to judo. There was a player a few years ago who his coach was like, he only had one arm. He's like, we're gonna teach you one fucking throw, and that's all you're gonna practice. And the kid's like, okay, I was trying to learn judo, but okay, I guess I'll be in your fucking Karate Kid movie. But The only way to counter it is to grab the other arm.
And no one wants to grab the arm.
No, you physically can't.
Wait, what?
So you use 2 arms in judo. He's missing an arm. The counter for it was to grab the other arm, so that it can't be countered. So because
So okay. Oh, because the entire arm is missing.
the arm is missing. So he taught him this like, oh, we're going to use your disability as an advantage to make you Karate Kid, and he like swept like a large tournament because of it. I think eventually people figured it out, or also there's
always
ways
some
to
sort
counter
of counter
something.
where they figure it out.
Yeah.
They're always like, double down on the one arm.
But that's what they did. And he won his like first tournament out, and then I don't know what happened with him after that. But
But I
like,
mean, that's also looking at. You can look at it as a disability, but look at the advantage,
Yeah.
right? So in that case, you had an advantage as long as you saw it as an advantage and not a disability.
Well, one of the craziest things I ever saw was like on the Addams Family. There's just a hand.
everyone loves him.
Yeah.
Well, if you think
Him.
there's a guy that's just
Best
hair,
hand jobs.
even more, no nerves, just hair.
You, see, I think you think thing's a man hand.
I remember it looking generally, kind of boxy and buff. I mean, it could be a strong lady's hand, but I remember it being fairly large.
If any hand,
I'm just a hand, nobody gender me.
I mean, look, if the hand walks into the same bathroom as me, I'm not going to be alarmed due to gender perceptions. I'm going to go like, oh, this is the spawn of Satan. Hell has come to earth. What do I do?
Are you here to jerk me?
Man, I keep having all these crazy bathroom encounters. This is a very like bathroom encounter heavy episode, guys.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, we've talked about.
I have a tendency to get onto something and just
Latch
hold on to it.
We're real,
like a one-armed rock climber.
Yeah.
You just latch on.
Yeah, I feel like if we were doing this podcast in the whiskey tasting place,
He
gosh, what
would have
was his
shut
name?
it down. Was it Tom?
Yeah, Tom would have
The
been
rule
like,
of Tom.
"Move on."
It's
We got
Tom.
into some wild stuff when we were doing the Vail Comedy Festival, and the bartender, he was great, super awesome, but we got into some heavy stuff
Well,
one
I
time.
can ask you,
Yeah.
if you could eat babies to
Oh my
live
God.
longer, would
This
you?
is
Wait, if I could eat babies to live longer?
this started, and then Tom walked by because there were customers there, and he goes, "Move on, next bit."
That's fair. That's fair. That's reasonable yet firm.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Would you eat babies to live longer?
Yeah, like if you,
Okay, like human babies,
yeah.
whole.
Is that the?
Yeah, see, that's what happened. Is then we started getting into a
Also,
lot
how
of
much
details.
life do you get?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're down to like 2 extra lives. You're gonna gain like 2.
An entire extra life?
I think so, right? Because I mean, every time you fall
Yeah,
down, you
probably.
get that boom, 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 boom.
It'd be hard not to.
Yeah, you
I
got
mean-
3 Pac-Mans. You got to get that extra.
If you're going like
You heard it here, folks.
if you're going like 5, if you're going like 5,
Ben would eat that fucking baby.
Well, I'm
Saying
already-
eat babies.
I'm already taking a lot of adrenochrome, so like we might as well just go more organic with it, frankly.
Yeah.
For the listeners, what is adrenochrome?
It's one of the like conspiracy things that like QAnon people think that the liberal
That's-
elite or the global elite, which is just code for
Right.
Jews,
But-
are taking in order to expand their lifespan. Which it's
Right,
like,
but-
look at Dianne Feinstein and Mitch McConnell. Like, we don't have any mortalities here,
But also, adrenochrome.
or it
isn't-
doesn't work on evil anyway.
Isn't that found in like the pineal gland or something, or in the adrenaline gland? Isn't that what Hunter S. Thompson allegedly took during Fear and Loathing at the end when he was like,
Sure, I don't know.
When he
Please put me
turns
in the
into the
pool.
wild beast in the
yeah, just that point where he goes, I think I need to go for a swim.
I haven't done enough actual reading.
I think
on
it's
it
from
because I'm
Human
not my
Adrenaline.
father.
Yeah, the human adrenal glands.
Yeah.
Would you eat a father? I don't
Well,
know.
do I only get his remaining lifespan? So it sounds like you're just asking, are you a vampire? A little bit. Yeah, I'd eat anything. I'd eat anyone for any reason. I just like killing.
Yeah,
It's,
Are you,
I read a book on Everest, so I ate my roommates.
you told me you're eating vegan lately, huh?
Oh yeah, that was
Are you trying to do that?
Well, here's the thing. It was triggered because I shit my fucking pants for the first time
Ben
ever
shit
as
his
an
pants
adult.
for the first time as an adult at 30,
Really?
and I'm
30.
like, how the fuck did you make it
Dude.
that
Especially with all
long?
my
Lactose?
tummy
Do you have
issues.
lactose issues? What do you mean tummy issues?
He has GERD.
I have
got
what's
the GERD?
called Barrett's esophagus, which is also with GERD. So
Okay.
it's technically a precancerous diagnosis, but like really light. and it just makes your stomach all.
It's like fun
fucked up.
cancer.
Yeah, it's like cute. Like you can't even get like a special off it. You know, you get to shave your head.
Jesus.
But I went to Crab and Shell, which is so actually let me back up. I woke up that day like not feeling great. I think I've been smoking too much weed and it's been fucking with my stomach. And I woke up that day like with diarrhea, and then I went to Crab and Shell, which is a place here. It's a great
Wait,
Cajun boil.
Was that when we called you?
Yeah, and then I went there, and then I was at home, and then I trusted a fart, and I shouldn't have. And I shit myself.
How old are you?
30.
Oh man.
Yeah, first time. And now I'm like, well, we've got to cool this down. And I started doing it a few days just to like cool my stomach down. This is only like day 4, so
Okay.
maybe it'll all go to hell. But I just feel better now. And this isn't like sanctimonious, like, you just have to eat vegan. It's a like, no, I feel fucking really bad if
Yeah.
it's not a like, I'm doing this to feel good. It's like, no, this is a pain avoidance, like a chained dog. Like
Dude,
this
I
is-
was on an elimination diet for like 6-7 months, and fucking, it's hard for me to get back there.
Yeah.
Because it's mostly like lentils, no meat. You could have chicken, but no red meat. It's very thin, very bland. No caffeine, nothing processed, no sugars.
Fuck.
The first 2 weeks were I just felt like a monster. But after the month, I was not inflamed anymore. I could think straight. It's bizarre what the food we put in does to us.
I've already noticed my skin clearing up, and I do think it would be different if we were like having this conversation.
I thought you were glowing when you came in today.
That was from stress. I think this conversation
You're
would
like,
be a
it's
little
because your house is 84 degrees. All right.
like if we lived in like France or like England or something. I think this would be a different conversation.
Yeah.
But just American food's just such pure fucking poison.
Yep.
That you kind of have to just cut out as much of the poison that they put in it.
It is terribly unfortunate that in the United States we do look at convenience over actual health benefit.
Yeah. Okay. So you know like Coke, like Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
It's classified different in Europe and the UK. They classify it as gasoline. Like you pour
What?
it out, you can set it on fire. It's not true.
Okay. Well, I do know there are countries that Gatorade is illegal because of cancer. Yeah,
Oh
it's
my God.
bizarre. There is a lot of stuff that you look at. Like if you look online, there's a breakdown of like different food groups that I shouldn't say food groups, but different items that we take in as Americans regularly that are illegal due to dyes and different things like that in other
yeah.
countries.
Yeah, a lot of the dyes are really bad for you. Like the red 40 or whatever,
Yeah.
I think is supposed to. I don't know.
So, are either of you familiar with Slavoj Žižek, the philosopher?
Oh no, I thought that's what you yelled when you shit your pants.
Slavoj Žižek.
No.
So
Are you?
he's the man who talks like this. He talks about ideology. That's
Okay.
a perfect impression, by the way. That was a sick impression. And for your one listener, he's gonna be like, "That's pretty good."
This isn't the Patreon.
I love these guys. So he talks about Coke as the ultimate commodity because it doesn't fill a need. It doesn't need to exist. It does not quench thirst. It does not provide
No.
nutrition. It does not make you feel better. It is only a commodity for commodity's sake. And Diet Coke, even more so, is even crazier than that because it has now stripped that even of its original essence, and it is now a derivative of a imaginary commodity. And I think
Wow.
about it every single time I have one, and I still have it. It's really hard to break the soda cycle. I had a Diet Coke today,
Yeah.
and
Well, when did soda come in? Because soda was an invention. It was like there were.
it was originally medicinal, was what they thought. Like the thick syrup, I think it was around like the 1920s. Used to have it in like soda shops, and
Oh.
it used to be like medicinal because it
I
could help
remember
with
cola
some
syrup.
stuffs. Yeah,
And if your stomach was upset, cola syrup.
yeah,
I think you can still get that.
yeah. And I mean that's just like a
Wasn't
syrup.
there cocaine in it too?
Original
I think near
recipe.
the beginning, yeah. But again, it was supposed to be, like a tonic, something to make you feel better, and it's just turned
Right.
into.
But it was a kid's drink. So you had like hard drinks.
Yeah.
Like a hard, like a,
Show me my phone.
8.
It's on the bed further. I read this article when I was so I've been off soda for quite a while, which is crazy because I used to drink. Like I think about how soda was allowed in my youth, and I feel like it would be a crime now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I won. So there was a thing where like the person who they brought in a block of cans from the recycling center while they were trying to, tell us that the environment was our fault, not the corporations that had murdered our planet. You know, why they were training us to believe that it was all our fault and that we needed to save the world by fucking putting cans in a separate bin. And they were like, guess how many cans are in there. The person who guesses the closest over gets 2 liters of soda. And the person who guesses the closest under gets 2 liters of soda. And I happened to guess it right on the motherfucking nose.
Let's go.
I hit it right on the button. So they gave me 4 fucking 2 liters of soda.
How old are you?
Fucking like 8 or 9.
That's the perfect age to get 4 liters of soda.
Oh, yeah, they give me 4 liters. And I ride the bus home and am like, I'm home for an hour and a half alone before my mom gets there. So... fucking, I ride home on the bus. I'm the king on the bus. I'm like fucking handing out soda,
Yeah.
Did you get your red cup? Solo cup?
Yeah, I'm like chug, like we're having a crazy. So like, there's a lot of fucking parents that pick their kids up from the bus that day and we're like, what the fuck is this kid on?
Just dropping Mentos, like,
yeah,
get your top off, Susan.
And then I got home and just like drank fucking, It was not uncommon for me to drink a 2 liter of soda on a Friday night or a Saturday night.
Fuck, that sounds so good. That sounds like
it's also
it would feel amazing.
I quit because I realized that I had always battled with my weight, but I realized that if I drank soda, it was like there is no managing my weight really if I drank soda. So I realized I'd much rather eat my calories than drink them.
Yeah.
And I got rid of it. And I read this article. I was more of a Mountain Dew person, but like what a Coke does to your body is fucking crazy.
Dude, Mountain Dew is nuclear. Yeah. It is. And I mean, I'll occasionally drink it and it'll just fucking zip me right awake. But man, it's like 72 grams of sugar.
They'll put like, I don't know if it was pennies or different things inside a Coke and let it sit for like a couple of months.
Yeah.
And it just, the corrosion is crazy.
Oh,
it's not even a couple months, dude. It like eats through a nail in like days.
Okay.
Days, dude.
If I like brush my teeth like perfectly
with
clean. With cocaine.
Yeah.
Which I have to numb my gums because they bleed so much.
I'm gonna floss.
Oh yeah.
Like if I clean it like perfect spot, like with the water pick, with like the proper floss, I get it like clean.
Yeah.
If I just drink water, it stays. The second I have it's just like coated in plaque.
Yeah.
It just washes it. Which I don't know if I like condition my teeth to do that.
Basically rinsing your mouth with sugar water.
Yeah.
Have you gotten to a point?
I love my sugar water.
I know Zach has been off it for a little while, but have you gotten off a soda for a period of time and then gone back and just tried to drink it?
Oh yeah, you're like, this is disgusting.
So thick.
And then you have another drink, you're like, this is so good.
Yeah, this is the worst, but I'm glad to be back, baby.
No, that like a tolerance break on soda is way more enlightening than even like a tolerance break on like weed.
Oh, when I taste like sugar, like I've really done a lot to get away from sugar. And don't get me wrong, I still love like my nerds or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I taste like a cola or a lot of drinks, I'm like, holy shit, this is so fucking sugary. I can't believe I used to drink this.
It was also, when I quit, it was the most confusing thing to my brain ever. Because I kept going, it's fucking food. I've quit cigarettes. I quit drinking. Like, this is food. Like, I could not, it's not like I was destroying my life with just shit I could buy off the counter.
So
I mean, you are just slowly. You just don't realize it.
This is what happens 1 hour after drinking a can of Coke.
Oh my God! It says you turn gay.
First,
you build a bathhouse.
First 10 minutes, 10 teaspoons of sugar hit your system. 100%. That's 100% of your recommended daily intake. That's all the sugar you're supposed to have in the whole day in 1 can of Coke.
Jeez.
You don't immediately vomit from the overwhelming sweetness, because phosphoric acid cuts the flavor, allowing you to keep it down.
Wow.
Your blood sugar spikes, causing an insulin burst 20 minutes later. Your liver responds to this by turning any sugar it can get its hands on into fat. There's plenty of that at this particular moment. At 40 minutes, caffeine absorption is complete. Your pupils dilate. Your blood pressure rises. As a response, your liver dumps more sugar into your bloodstream. The endosine receptors in your brain are now blocked, preventing drowsiness.
Wow.
45 minutes, your body ups your dopamine production, stimulating the pleasure centers of your brain. This is physically the same way heroin works, by the way. 60 minutes, the phosphoric acid binds calcium, magnesium, and zinc in your lower intestine, providing a further boost in metabolism. This is compounded by high doses of sugar and artificial sweeteners, also increasing the urinary excretion of calcium.
I need
60
that
minutes.
for my teeth.
The caffeine's diuretic properties come into play. It makes you have to pee. It is now assured that you'll evacuate the bonded calcium, magnesium, and zinc that was headed to your bones, as well as sodium electrolytes and water. So not only does it...
So wait, it actually does. It steals calcium from my bones.
So it
Yeah.
dehydrates you.
Yeah, so it steals calcium, magnesium, and zinc, which are all important. Magnesium is an anti-inflammatory,
God damn. Here's the closest thing I found to a middle ground on it is if you go to an Asian market, and this is kind of more for sweets than than soda, then I can have it, and it doesn't.
What do you mean? Like the same type of soda, just it's made differently, or no?
No, not on soda. So if you go to Pacific Ocean Marketplace here in Denver, and you just get these are little fucking Japanese cookies.
Oh, okay.
They the taste is milder certainly because it's not so fucking overloaded, but because I have a sensitive stomach because of my fucking mega cancer that everyone needs to feel bad about me for. I can down it. I can eat it like I could when I was a kid. But if I have American food, it's just too much. Wow. We just cook it in because it's also, it's the same reason you crack is when you fucking dabs when you distill it to its purest essence.
Yeah, get it in there now.
Yeah, you can get a harder hit of it, and it's it's why you get whoa that Kool-Aid tastes super sweet.
Yeah.
Wow, the fucking Oreo whatever tastes super.
Oh, yeah, I think about shit I had this secret when I was a kid to make Kool-Aid really good. 2 cups of sugar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did it work?
It's so good.
Yeah.
Dude, there was this
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
You ever had sugar to milk?
Sugar milk?
Well, chocolate milk.
I was just making shit up.
Chocolate
There was a
milk.
guy that.
that's
sugar
that's
to
smart.
milk.
Okay.
Sugar and chocolate to milk.
Okay,
yeah.
we need to delete this because we just made a lot of money.
Yeah.
This is a good.
There was a guy that my buddy Bill used to work with at A&W, and honestly, I think he works for the government now in nuclear science.
Making nuclear root beer.
Dude, this guy made a drink called, I think he called it Doofy. I never had it. He would run.
It's the only root beer that'll make you turn blind.
Dude, he would run one run of regular coffee, and then he would pull the grounds somehow.
Uh-huh.
And I can't remember if he ran that through twice or how he did it. But basically, what he ended up doing, it was some sort of odd mixture of extremely concentrated coffee, and then he would do that with Mountain Dew and run it through a coffee machine.
This is a thing called hyphy mud or prison pre-workout.
Yeah?
A lot of prisoners will do that.
Really? So
Yeah.
it's Mountain Dew through coffee?
I think they usually do Mountain Dew would be even more effective. You'd get even more caffeine and sugar out of it.
Who was talking about that? Was that Ed? That's I watch prison video, or was that you?
I was Ed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's I watch videos of
Shouts out Ed Bell.
prisoners learning how to be prisoners or whatever. Yeah, Ed. He was so fucking funny. Sorry, I'm not. I'll cut your joke out that I just, that I just butchered.
No. You didn't butcher anything. No, shouts out Ed.
Yeah.
I think you also just like Ed because you guys both have the same hair.
Yeah.
And you're both very fun.
You know
both
what?
kiss.
You know what? I normally
Beard tangle.
I normally don't like people with long hair,
Yeah.
but
That's very not hippie of you.
well, it's my thing.
So it's less about hippie. It's more about narcissism.
Yeah.
We gotta get a show with you, Kobos, Ed, and Novasad.
No, I like all 3 of them, and I think that's all. I don't have room for any more.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm sick of it.
No, I'm kidding. I like.
No,
a lot
I'm
of
not.
people with long hair.
I only date bald ladies.
But
No, I'm making a hard
I
stand.
do hate when people tell me that I look like people, but whatever.
I mean, I assume you get Jesus the most.
Yeah,
Aquaman.
I get all kinds of dumb shit. It's whatever. But
You got to get a large disfiguring scar. On your
The guy that stole my wife
So-
and my truck.
I have a large disfiguring. I have 39 stitches on my forehead from when I got hit by a car.
Nah, that's beautiful.
a
You need
disfiguring
a cartoon villain one. You need an Inspector Gadget
Yeah.
down. Or glasses.
Guns are flowers, man.
I mean, it really depends. You gotta have flowers to live, but you gotta have a gun if you want to shoot your own penis off. So, I don't know how I could choose. I'm trying to think. I have neither at my house right now.
What caliber would you need, do you think, to shoot your penis fully off?
Fully off.
What gun would you have to take of your dad's, do you think, to really shoot your penis off?
Probably 308. You could probably do it.
Yeah.
Now,
I want to
9
know
millimeter might just mangle me real
what
bad.
what caliber would you need to knock off that shower from the old?
Yeah, 308 again.
308 again?
I mean, you put it on the base and you just
You fire through the shaft.
yeah.
That's why I've been doing it wrong.
You get
Split
it,
a banana.
You
I
get
thought-
it hard and you fire down the hole.
I thought you put it in your ass and waited for the bullet to come out the urethra.
Well, then, yeah. I mean, that's
That's if you need
just,
your prostate removed as well.
That's actually how Wile E. Coyote killed the Roadrunner. Shoved a gun up his ass. Roadrunner didn't see it coming. Yeah, I don't know. Flowers. I grew up around guns so aggressively and at such a young age that like my view of them isn't even colored by like the political realities of it. Is I'm just like, this is fucking boring and corny because
Yeah.
I was just around it so much as a kid.
Did
that
you shoot them
anything-
as a child?
Oh, dude, at 10, I was shooting fucking literal cannons, like actual anti-air cannons.
Oh, wow.
Miniguns, any full auto bullshit you can name. I would shoot at fucking dynamite. I would shoot at tannerite. I would shoot up cars.
Wow.
Like on a range, not just
Yes.
like, Federal Heights is getting worse. you know?
Tannerite, that's that dynamite that Tanner makes?
Yeah, no, it's this like, it's just the shit that just like puffs up when you shoot it. It's not
Yeah.
like a proper explosive, or well, it kind of is.
You ever shot a propane tank?
Oh, my God.
I personally know, but I would watch people fire tracer rounds at propane and it would like pop up. But honestly, dynamite was more exciting.
Yeah.
Who was it somebody on the show was talking about watching shit like that. They're like, you got to watch these videos. And I was like, I don't think I can. Like, just people getting fucked up by
No.
doing stuff like that.
I mean,
I mean,
wouldn't
I've
want
seen
someone
people
get
shoot
injured by that.
I saw somebody shoot a propane tank in a video, and it just like took off, like fucking
That's
flying
scary.
around. It's like, whoa, that's scary.
yeah, well, the
I
problem
didn't
with
hit
that, too, is
anybody,
like it could also just turn around and come right towards you, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a gamble.
Well, no, you-
quit trying to kill the family.
Yeah.
well, no. That's why you need another gun to shoot it if it tries to come at
The
you.
only thing
here
that
comes,
can,
douche.
Yeah,
the
you
only
need a
thing
shotgun
that
for
can
that.
stop a good guy with a gun shooting at propane is a second good guy with a more powerful gun and better aim shooting
Yeah.
at the second. Put that on a bumper sticker. And all right, fuckers. Yeah. So I mean, no, I don't like. You look at any sort of like article or like science. And I was like, yeah, guns like create like a lot of violence because they just like escalate situations is like the very like basic version of it. But you know,
Yeah.
I'll be, I'd be lying if there weren't plenty of times when I haven't been in traffic. I'm like, I wish I could just point a gun at this guy right now. He's driving in a way that's kind of endangering everybody,
Yeah.
and it seems morally right if I were to shoot at him. But that's also why I probably shouldn't have one.
Open-toed shoes? You wear sandals, anything like that?
I love the idea of them. My feet are just like, if I wear like a thong, one that splits like the
Flip-flop.
big toe and the other four, it
Foot
cuts
thong?
me. Or like,
It's like my underwear before my
Instead of
feet.
flip flops.
Crocs though. I'm huge on my Crocs because they
Okay.
got like that little shell, and it just like there's no particular pressure point, so it doesn't like fuck up my feet.
Have
I bought
you-
some of these Tevas for a fucking trip. They slice my feet to hell. They're supposed to be all nice. They fucking cut my feet up so bad.
Is that what you're wearing right now?
Me? No, these are Chacos.
Yeah.
Yeah, those look a little bit nicer, but still same thing.
You
Like,
still
same
got
basic
you
idea,
still
just
got to
cut
kind
my
of break
shit
them
up.
down. Yeah, it takes a minute to break them in. But have you ever worn like a what is it, like a clog type of shoe? I mean,
Have you
because that's
worn-
kind of what a Croc is.
Have,
right?
have I ever worn women's lingerie and then walked into a bath? Yes, we all. Who hasn't? Like a clog, like
I like a
like
clog.
a wooden clog.
Like a wooden Croc, yeah.
No,
But typically, I think it has a heel.
I've walked around on Geta, which are just like flat Japanese things with like either a plank or like two, and that's kind of awful.
Yeah, that sounds-
They don't have great support.
Not arch support. Huh?
Yeah, it's just a big fucking block with a rock in the middle. Hurts.
Cheech or Chong?
I'm not familiar enough with it. I guess Chong, because he was on that 70s show more often. That's like my reference point for
So
it.
you've never seen Cheech or Chong?
I mean, I know it's Cheech Marin and Tommy Chong, but I have not seen any of the movies or any of their work beyond, it's just like, hey guys, what's... Oh, that's just Dr. Kev. But
Yeah, I'm
let me get a good look at you.
I'm working with Dr. Kev tonight.
He's a king. He's the coolest man I've ever met.
We're
So fucking
we're doing
cool.
the Boulder Country Club together.
Yeah.
It's funny. They're like no
That's a nice fucking country club.
no politics, no gender bashing. I think or something was the
Okay, so they're keeping it neutral.
Keeping it
or
Boulder.
wait, are they trying to keep that like no bashing men, or they're trying to be respectful to? I don't know. Whatever. Just talk about getting catcalled. You'll be.
How do you feel about? You like camping? Are you an outdoor guy?
If I'm on mushrooms, but like beyond that, I used to work in the sun a lot, so I kind of hate it.
Okay.
I'm like the further I get away from that experience, the more receptive I am to it. Like in Hawaii, I was like, this is great, and I want to be like outdoors a lot. But also, I like the beach a little bit more. Like growing up where it's super dry here, I don't fucking love like dry forests and stuff. But if it's wet, then I'm like, great.
Gotcha. So you prefer the humidity?
Yeah, by a lot. And I know people really don't like that, but like I
flip flop. I mean, I grew up with humidity, and I came out here and I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, I love it. I can breathe easier. My skin's better out there, and it's mostly the breathing. But just like when it's so dry, it's just fucking. Also, like, and we've had a good summer here. You can even see like there's good green here. It's not normally like this. It's normally just kind of like grayish, yellowish.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like shit. But
no, it's been really, really good this year. Like as far as the moisture and everything.
But like I don't know, you go down south and you just see all the green. You know, you see like the green of like an Arkansas or like North Carolina, and you're just like, okay, you know, I get why people live here and fucking finger their cousins. Like, we can't leave this great, beautiful view. You know.
I want to leave, but she ain't leaving. I ain't leaving this.
What was the last show you saw? Like band?
Death Grips.
Okay. What is that?
Death Grips.
What type of music?
Alternative rap.
Okay.
Pretty aggressive. It is a 3-man outfit out of Sacramento, California. They've been.
I'd almost say it's kind of like hardcore in a way.
Yeah, they're pretty. If you like the Dead, you'd like Death Grips. I would say.
Yeah.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all.
Death and Dead, that's the same.
Do you listen to any jam bands?
Do I listen to any jam bands? No, I just I'm not like. I guess on paper, I don't love the idea of like people just noodling around, but I'm sure if I was in like a good mood and liked what they were noodling with, I'd probably be like down with it. Like I discovered Derek Trucks recently.
Oh yeah.
And like watching him play, I could watch him noodle for a while. But like,
have you dove into Tedeschi Trucks? It's
or, I mean, I know there's like the whatever Tedeschi.
It's another
band.
kind of truck.
Yeah,
it's like a Ford,
like a Ford truck.
850.
Yeah. No, it's really good. I think it's Susan Tedeschi, I think is her name. But it's Derek Trucks and Susan Tedeschi. It's really good. Very bluesy.
I've seen them do so like the Midnight in Harlem is their big song.
That's the big one.
And like it's fine. Like the rest of the song, but like Derek Trucks solo outshines it so much that, and I don't know. Also, maybe I've only seen him because like guitar YouTube's like check out this guy, but it's just like she's like a good professional singer, and then you have this like generational talent guitarist, and it's just a big like divorce to me. You know, it would be like if Kevin Eubanks on the Tonight Show was just like way funnier than Jay Leno, which maybe he is, but. Like if you regularly saw that displayed, you know?
Yeah.
I forgot all about Kevin Eubanks.
Good one, Jay.
Underwear? No underwear.
Oh, I got to do it. I got one ball that hangs down about 3.5 feet, and I got one that's way up high, so I got to get an equalizer. No, it's very rare that I go no underwear.
Okay, so
especially now with this new pants shitting.
Yeah.
Boxers briefs
on the same thing.
Boxers usually. I mean, you can see them poking through my little tight
so it's
sweat
like a
shorts.
boxer brief thing?
No, these are just like tight. These are actually too tight. I need to either lose weight or not wear these anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, Megan was like, "Are you wearing 2 pairs of shorts?" I'm like, "No, that's my underwear sticking through the bottom of my shorts."
It's a cool thing.
That's who I am now.
It's the Agassi feeling. He used to do it. He would have compression shorts under his shorts. It's a cool look.
Yeah, makes you aggressive if your dick's all compressed.
Yeah. Well, it keeps your dick slapped close to your torso, so you can really get in there and fucking grapple some people.
Yeah. helped him keep all his Agassiz in one bag basket. Well, yeah, we're about at that time here, so I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Yeah, I think I got one.
What if I just pulled it and muted it?
it's just beep.
Well,
we think that Ben is. Whoa, Zach, you can't say that. Stop. Hey. Oh, thank God I got my finger on. Oh no. Okay, come on. People hated that. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, yeah, I don't know. This is kind of an interesting case because we've got some crock wearing.
Got some crock wearing.
Mushroom eating. Some flower selecting.
Flowers.
Some trucks listening. Some.
Yeah. I think I have a decision.
All right.
I sneaked close to the beep again.
Yeah.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Not hippie.
I'm gonna say hippie.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. because I feel like it's cuspy. I think because I like what I know about Ben. I think he's a good person in general, so I think I would give it to him on that side. But
No,
then,
I knew you were gonna say no.
I think before
We're that good at communicating with each other.
Yeah.
Now. We just looked into each other's eyes, and I was like, AJ's gonna say not hippie. I'm gonna say hippie.
I
We're gonna
would-
put
I
him in
think-
the cusp.
I
when
think
when you
I-
shit your pants, I was like hippie.
I think before I had a business, I would have qualified for hippie, but I think it has taken something irreplaceable from me. So
Yeah.
I think AJ's read is pretty fair. But
Yeah, no, I definitely think if I think if I had to just say one or the other, I would say that you're not a hippie, but I think that you definitely have a fair amount of elements where
I'm also not chill enough. Like you guys are like chill and nice and love being
I'm on
alive.
Wellbutrin.
Oh, really, dude? Wellbutrin made me so suicidal.
Really?
And,
I'm on.
not even like
How many millis?
I don't fucking know.
150?
I have no idea. It was a while ago because
Yeah.
I did it to counteract some of the side effects of Lexapro, and
Yeah.
it made me. I've never been suicidal like this before because it wasn't like despair thing. It was like it was a regular intrusive thought
Yeah.
that I directly knew was caused by the Wellbutrin.
Gotcha.
Like I knew for a fact that's what was causing it, and so it allowed me to like divorce from it. But if I like had dishes, I'd be like, I should just kill myself. And again, it wasn't like I should kill myself. It was like, well, I should kill myself.
I mean, dishes suck.
Yeah.
So
it
where
was-
can people find you?
Not doing dishes.
They can find me yelling on the street corner, any street corner. No, Instagram's a big one. People love the Instagram. Ben S. Bryant on there.
S stands for super.
Super pants. Also,
Scrotum. Ben Scrotum Bryant.
And Ben, are you moving soon?
I am. I'm moving to New York City, where I can get more pace salsa.
Yeah.
I like the idea of someone going, I'm just here for the salsa.
You're moving there for the judo scene, correct?
Yeah, I'm moving there for the gay sex, the
The bathhouse
judo.
judo scene out there.
Once
Dude,
you get in, they wrestle you.
So, my friend, I'll not say his name, just out of, I don't think he'd care, but just out of politeness. He's like a very large man. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he also will go to this same bathhouse, but he goes with his friend who's like Russian-ass Russian. He's also a master of sport in Sambo. And they almost like got in a fight there, which is insane because these are two of like the most qualified like grappling people in all of Colorado. And they somehow managed to almost get in a tussle
Where?
at the Lake Steam Baths, at the Russian bathhouse.
They almost got into a fight there?
Yeah. I guess just the Russian guy is just like talking shit to somebody, which again, a master of sport, which is like a second to third degree black belt equivalent. Like a motherfucker of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
What belt are you?
Currently, I'm a yellow belt, but I haven't gone for quite a while. I got injured also. I had my hernia from when I was a child finally burst, and I've been trying to recover. And I guess
Yeah, you almost died, didn't you?
A lot of people don't.
No, I had an appendix thing a while back, but this is just
Oh, well, I know you
preventative.
almost died from something.
AIDS.
Oh.
Yeah, it got pretty bad. But no, I
Well, by
Did
the way,
I?
we're on Patreon time at this point. So,
oh, okay, all right. So now we can really
should we-
rip
Well, yeah, and
into it.
if you want, we just do plugs really quick, and I'll cut that what we were talking about.
Yeah,
over.
sorry.
When's this coming out? Next week?
2 weeks. Just tell people to book.
Yep.
Buy AJ's album. Go to hippie.hippiepod.com. There'll be a link there for you to get AJ's album, or go to his website.
Yep,
AJFinney,
AJFinney.com.
See the dates. Find me, ZachMoss.com. Hopefully there's a link up for my album soon as well. And yeah, follow Ben at Instagram at Ben S. Bryant. Go check him out at the Denver Underground
Denver Comedy.
Comedy Underground.
You were there last night.
I know that's what it's called. But yeah, go see a show there. There's shows there every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And Ben is funny as fuck. So yeah, follow him. He's got a lot of great sketches.
Yeah, don't
Posts a
let
lot of
this
great-
podcast speak to what
And
I
I'm
can do if you give me
gonna
some
be there
written
on the
material.
24th, and I know this is coming out afterwards, so you get a time machine, come back and see me.
Yeah, fucking. But buy AJ's album because you can do that now. So do that.
Yeah. All right. Are you down to
So,
hang out for a little
do we
while?
want to do the
Ow,
closer?
I just
Oh, yeah.
hit myself. in the balls
Thanks so
trying to
much
grab
for
my phone.
listening. Like, subscribe, review, and thank you for getting
on the motherfucking.